Hi Cancer, welcome to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. This Cancer is your forecast for the year of 2019. We're going to look at each of the months for you, January through to December, and we're going to look at the energies, etc., that you can be expecting to experience, and the things you might be going through. Now, I've developed this reading, and basically we're going to look at each of the 12 houses and each of the months. You'll see how it happens when we go. I'll also produce a little video just talking you through how I've produced that, and how I've produced this reading, and it's very straightforward really, and you can see that in the previews playlist on my channel. Okay, I've already shuffled the cards, Cancer. I've already meditated as well. I'll do a little bit more shuffling on camera and then we will get started. Now I'm drawing 12 cards at least initially, so it might take me a minute or so, but you know how I work intuitively, so I need to give it that time. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, my darlings, that took a lot longer than usual, but obviously there's more cards to select. Those people new to my channel, these are the clarifying cards. I will know when they are, when we need to look at them. Okay, so my darlings, let us get started. Now, let me just organize them a little bit, because there's obviously there's 12 cards, so it's a little bit. Can you see all them? Hang on. Right, that's it. There we go. So it's a little bit more, we're a bit more tight for space, aren't we? So this is double the amount of cards that we usually use. I've had to squeeze that first row together. I'm doing it in 3 rows because obviously we've got 12 months and it just is easier in 3 rows like this. There we go. Okay, that's okay, isn't it? And then we can put them like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got 2 here. Now, let us get started. Again, these are your clarifiers. I'll just leave those there. So we've got at the base of your reading, okay? So this is the underlying energy for you for the year of 2019, Cancer. This is the energy. This is really what's available to you, and this is really what the situations and circumstances are really leading you toward this year, and that is the 10 of Pentacles. So we have this amazing energy of abundance, this amazing energy of security, financial abundance, you know, comfort and happiness in the home life. Now, I've just done your reading for the month of December. If you're watching this in December, you can check that out. And you know, that was quite a challenging reading and a hard reading, and a lot of cancers have contacted me overnight about that reading and about the messages that came up. Just bear with me a second. And you know, it was a difficult one, so we're hoping for more positive, happier energies, I think, for the month of for the year of 2019. Okay, so let us, my darlings, get started. I'll just put these here so that you can see them. Sorry, just a second. Tiny, be quiet. Okay, so let us get started, my darling. So this is January, and these cards are for January. There's 2 here, and these cards also represent your first house as well. Okay, please I do apologize about Tiny, but I can't do anything about it right now. I'm sorry. I'm not starting the video again, so you'll just have to ignore him. Okay, so these cards here, there are 12 houses in the zodiac, and we're going to look at each of your 12 houses. So the first house in the zodiac is defined by, it really looks at your identity, your physical body, and your physical state of health, appearance, outward actions, and behavior. This is the first house. Okay, so this is going to tell us this year, really, for an overview. It's going to give us an overview of your identity this year and your actions, how you're thinking about yourself, and the type of actions that you might be taking, and then we will link it to the month of January. Okay, so actually they're both coming out together anyway. Okay, so we've got this. So for your identity, you feel restricted. Now, this actually goes very well for those of you that have watched your December reading. This actually goes very well with that energy, okay, of that reading. So we've got this energy of, it's the 8 of Swords. So it's sword energy. It's about your thoughts, mind, consciousness, communication, clarity, what we say, what we think, what we allow ourselves to say, what we allow ourselves to think about ourselves, about our circumstances and situations. Now, this is, with it being number 8, it's karmic. So it means that we are stuck in a cyclical way of thinking. It's causing us to be defensive. It's causing us harm. So for you, Cancer, when it comes to your identity, you're stuck, or you're seeming to be stuck. There's another card, thankfully. You're seemingly stuck in a way of thinking about yourself when it comes to who you are, when it comes to how you perceive yourself, how you think about yourself. You're stuck in a way of thinking that's actually quite damaging. When we have the 8 of Swords, we know that this is just in your mind. It might be that there's been trauma in the past that's made you think in this way. But actually, this energy, if you will, is trying to get you to realize that you can break out of this way of thinking and you can overcome it. Okay, so when it comes to your identity this year, look at this. Excellent. You know, we've clarified this with we've got the 4 of Wands. So when it comes to your identity this year, you've got to recognize that you're afraid because you want security, you want potentially marriage, potentially a secure home life, but you might be projecting, you know, unknowing to yourself, but your outward actions might actually be betraying you. In what I mean is, you know, you're not really feeling or thinking of yourself in the most positive way. For some of you, you might be afraid to go after the things that you want, to sort of have the type of life, home life and security that you want. And there might be very good reason for that, as we know if you've watched your December reading and those of you that it resonated with. But actually, it seems like there's going to be a new, over the year, it seems like you'll come into realizations and understandings about your security, about what gives you security, and about how you can be in a more secure place. I mean, remember, the overview for the year is the 10 of Pentacles, so it does kind of match with this energy. You know, the 4 of Ten of Pentacles. The Four of Wands, number 4s are about our foundations and structures in our lives. And Wand energy is what we're passionate about, what our creativity, our imagination. So in our wildest dreams, the things that we want, the things that we would love our life to be like, our home life to be like, our family life to be like, really, this is what this card represents. And for some of you, you're afraid to have those things, or you're stuck in a situation and thinking about yourself in a certain way, because this is linked to your identity, that is in a way restricting you. However, these cards and this energies is telling you that actually there's no need. You, by the end of the year, hopefully will be in a much more secure place. The energy is there. The energy is definitely there for you. I don't really want to go any deeper into it because, as I said, that was quite a challenging reading we did the other day for you. And I think you know. The second energy for the second house, okay? So this is, the second house relates to basically money, wealth, the financial condition that you're in, security, gains and losses, and your attitudes and concerns about these things. Now, this is obviously, it's earth energy. It's related to the second house is earth energy. So it's about building and manifesting. And how interesting that you're going to be really eager and keen this year to move toward a more secure situation. And you're not, in a way, you're not really worrying about how things will play out, how things will work out for you. The Knight of Swords is, again, sword energy, air energy, what you think, what you say. And this energy here is moving very, very, very quickly. So it's like we get into, we might start things up very, very quickly. The only thing is about the thing is about the Knight of Swords is the Knight of Swords is successful. The Knight of Swords is active. He moves towards the direction that he wants to go in, and you've got to think about really how you're going to establish this security that you're after, because it seems that you actually get it overall. You're actually, by the end of the year, will be in a secure situation, but you're sort of wanting to go for it, to take action on this. There's a card that wants to come out. I'll get this one here. Yeah, you're actually wanting to take action on something, go towards something, make something happen. And it's as if it's something that you actually already know what I'm talking about. For some of you, it might be that you've had a dream to do something, start your own business. I don't know. I always say start your own business, but it could be anything, because this is to do with money and wealth and finances. So it could be that you're making an investment, or that you are wanting to build something or to grow something, and you've already put energy and effort in the past to doing that, and you've already thought about doing it in the past. It might be that this year you actually have the energy and the impetus to actually go for it, and actually you can anticipate success. This is the energy really of success, of anticipation, of gains. It's actually the energy of gains. It's actually, things coming in, things coming towards you. So it is about gaining something, getting something, potentially money and security. It might be that you are moving very quickly toward this energy. You're moving very quickly to try to establish yourself in some area, to try to establish yourself when it comes to finances, when it comes to your security. And maybe that's because of the home situation, because of a situation that you may be leaving or changing your home life situation. There could be some change going on there, and you might be isolated, you might be single, you might be newly single, for example, and you're trying to gain a level of security yourself. And as I said, overall, we know we have success. So this is also looking at the month of February as well, and you can apply that energy there as well. Okay, so let's look at your third house now, which is the house of communication, conscious mind and thought, siblings, childhood, early life experiences, near relations and neighbours. It's linked to Gemini and Mercury. So Mercury is about our intellect, our judgment, our analysis, okay? And this is excellent. Okay, so this is actually very well suited to this card. If you look, the energies of the third house. So for you then, when it comes to communication this year, you are not backing down. You are being extremely honest, truthful, decisive, using good judgment. And this is something that you are also taking action on. This is the active element of the energies. So the masculine energies are active. They are about moving and doing, as opposed to the feminine aspects of the card of the energies, which are about knowing and understanding. And the King of Wands is taking action on what he is and what he knows and what he wants to say. He's being clear about him. He's being honest with himself and clear. And that's you this year. You know, when you're actually wanting to communicate clearly with people. You're wanting to be truthful with yourself and with others about your experiences, about your wishes, your hopes, your dreams. And as well, you might have that particularly in March, you may also have that sort of directness. You might also be quite direct and very decisive in your actions as well. This energy is linked to that. Excellent as well. So we've got the Six of Pentacles. This card actually fell out before I started recording when I was preparing for your reading, and this card came out along with the Star card. But this is the card of reciprocity. So number 6s are all about balance and harmony. It's beauty on the tree of life, and beauty is about the recognition of the value of something. So this is you or other people recognizing the value of your truth, of the energy that you're putting into telling the truth, of the energy that you're putting into communicating clearly with yourself and being truthful and authentic with yourself. You will see the benefits of that as the year progresses. Being honest with yourself, being truthful about what you're experiencing, about what you have experienced, about some of these karmic thought patterns with the Eight of Swords that you may have been in. Being honest with yourself this year is so important. I really feel like that is what's leading you to success this year. If you can be truthful with yourself, if you can act on your truth, if you can be truthful with other people, act on that, be clear, be decisive. If you can do that this year, then that's, I really feel like the route for you, for your success this year, Cancer. Okay, so that's excellent. Very nice energies. I think really so far you've got some really nice energies. Okay, next we go to the 4th house. Okay, the 4th house is about your family life. It's about your place of birth. It's about your roots, where you come from, your mother, your father, place of birth, etc. It's related to Cancer, your sign. Actually, this is your house. It's also related to the moon, which is obviously, remember, our internal processes and emotions and our intuition. And it's also related to obviously the element of water, as is your sign. One of these is linked as well. I think it's this one. Might be this one actually. Linked to the element of water, so intuition, what's going on inside. Okay, so this is your card, your energy. So let's have a look then for you for the 4th house. So what's going to be going on in home, family life, and in your roots? Wow. Okay, you've got the 8 of Cups here. So this is, for some of you, this is what you need to do, and you know it. You know, honestly, if you haven't, no matter what time of year you are watching this, you could always watch your end of month, so end of December reading for Cancer, and you'll see the themes in that reading. Some of you definitely do need to walk away from a very negative situation that you're in your home life. You know, there's a lot of that for some people. There's a very difficult situation, and you really need to think about walking away from that. And actually, not only think about walking away from it. This year, it seems like some of you do. As I said, it seems for you that success and security comes from you being honest with yourself and accepting what it is you find in your consciousness when you actually say to yourself, okay, what is it I do really think? What is it I do really want? You being honest with that actually allows you to find security. And it does mean walking away from certain things, and it does mean leaving behind certain thought patterns and certain emotions. And so that's what you're going to be doing. It might happen in the month, in the 4th month, which is April. It might happen in that month where you decide, I'm going to walk away, I'm going to leave this behind. I think either way this month, this year, I'm seeing a theme very much so. We've had 3 swords so far, so I'm seeing energy of lots of you being decisive, lots of conscious thought as well, becoming conscious of and coming into awareness of some of the things that you have been feeling and experiencing. So for some of you, that might be a difficult experience. Just another sword just wants to pop out. It might be difficult to make a choice and a decision. But with the 2 of when it comes to your home life, your property, etc., when it comes to that situation, it might be that you're struggling to make a decision. But the thing with the 2 of Swords is actually the waters are calm. The emotion, look at the back, the waters are calm, the emotions are calm. What the struggle is, where the struggle seems to be, is that there's a difficulty, or there's a sense of not wanting to look at the emotions, not wanting to see, not wanting to be conscious, not wanting to be aware that a decision needs to be made, or that we need to walk away from something. Now, as I said already, you know with this energy that you do need to walk away from it. You do. You already know it. And it might be that, as I said, it happens in April that finally you do walk away from something and you leave behind. I mean, look, we've got the 8 of Cups, and we've also got the 8 of Swords here, okay? So this is really saying that some of you have been in a karmic situation where you've been stuck in a way of thinking, and you've been stuck in a way of feeling about yourself now and about your home life and situation. And that could be something to do with your roots. It could be something to do with your early family life. It could be something to do with, you know, your mother and your father and that relationship. And actually it might be to do with that. You might have got into thinking of yourself in a certain way, feeling a certain way about yourself, about things, about life. And it might be that, and I feel like this year you're actually hopefully able to release those things, acknowledge that those things have existed for you, and to release them, even if it's difficult and challenging. Again, I always say awareness is healing, so that's where you want to be. Awareness is where you want to be, no matter how hard it is to get there, no matter how difficult and how painful it might feel. It's always where you want to be, is awareness, okay? So let's look then into the, so this is January, February, March, April. Let's look at your 5th house. Now, 5th house is what everyone wants to know. 5th house is your romances. It's romances. Now, I was lucky, really, it's like, for some of us, it's casual romances, casual sex. Romances, children, sex, creativity, luck, passions, enjoyment, and education. It's related to the element of fire and the sign of Leo and the sun. Okay, so this is about expansion. This is about, you know, experimentation, having fun, doing things that make you feel good, make you feel happy. It's about your authenticity and your wanting to share you with the world when we have the 5th house. Okay, so let's have a look at the 5th house for you. Wow, okay, this is excellent energy. This is the Empress. This is number 3. I didn't talk about number 3 before. Number 3 is a master number. It's related to the collective consciousness. It's related to the ascended masters, all the wisdom of those people and those souls that went before us. That's the energies of the number 3. And it's about tapping into that. It's about realizing and understanding that you are a part of that. You are a part of this universe, and the universe is a part of you, and we work together to create, to co-create. And for some of you, this is going to be for procreation, actually. Some of you might be falling pregnant this year or starting a family. Now, it might be that is unexpected. It might be that it's, you know, not your husband or your wife who, not your wife or your girlfriend, if you will. You know what I'm saying? What I mean is it might not be a secure relationship, so the marriage, or so a pregnancy could come out of the blue, with this energy. But I feel like there's a new situation coming in, and I feel actually also with the Empress that this is also about taking stock and reflecting in a way on the things that you have done, appreciating yourself, appreciating your life and where you now sit and where you now stand. When it comes to romances this year, when it comes to when it comes to romances, when it comes to sex, when it comes to your children, this year, when it comes to luck this year, all those areas which the fifth house is involved with, it's as if there's a lot there for you. There's a lot of abundance for you in that area. So, you know, if you're wanting romance, you can have romances. If you're wanting, sex, you can have sex. If you're wanting children, you can have children. It's as if the energy is all around. It's abundant for you this year. When it in the fifth house. So I've also got this idea of being inspired and being drawn to certain things that we are being understanding what works for you, understanding what you want, understanding what works, and I'm really being able to enjoy that, really being able to enjoy those things, enjoy your children, enjoy your passions and the things that you love. There's a real sense that there's abundance. There's lots of opportunities out there for you this year, for you to have lots of things that you want and enjoy, and to do a lot of things that you want and enjoy. That's really a absolutely beautiful energy, and it really feels like, you know, January, February, March, April, May really feels like, you know, springtime really is there for you. You really enjoy, you know, you're really getting the joys to enjoy the joys of spring, which is lovely. Okay, so even if you've had even if it's challenging time for you, December, January 2019, you know, it's looking like moving through the year, the energies are getting lighter. I'll say this now and it'll be a nightmare, this one, won't it? Okay, let's look at the fifth house. Let's look at the sixth house then. So we are in June now, but we're also looking at the fifth house overall. So we're looking at your health, or conditions affecting your health, work, pets and small animals, but and hygiene. But anyway, the sign is related to the sixth house is also related to the sign of Virgo, and the planet of Mercury, and it's earth energy as well. So all earth energy, all earth signs are about building, about manifesting, about putting effort and time into that. So for this, it might be that some of you are working hard. Yes, oh my gosh, excellent. I was about to say, might be working hard on trying to be feeling good, trying to be fit, trying to be healthy, and also in work. Now this is showing success, isn't it? And we've got all these cards here: Empress, Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, the Four of Wands. They're really all about success, these cards, these energies. So it feels like there's a lot of success coming for you this year anyway, regardless, you know. But it looks like at home there's success, you know, at work there's success, you know, with your romances and relationships there is success to come. Now some of you, in order to have those things, to have that success, yes, it does mean realizing and recognizing that there are ways of thinking and feeling that you need to let go of. It's also realizing that there's people that you need to walk away from. But once you walk away from these things and you make these realizations, you're able to have success. So this is in your health and in work. People are noticing you. People are noticing, you know, how well you are doing, how good you look, how confident you are. You know, it's exciting for you. You get victory. So it might be that you're vindicated for some reason at work. Maybe there's been issues at work in the previous years or whatever. Maybe you never got the reward, that you deserved, and this year that looks like it might be coming in. Rewards might come in for you in the month of March. Rewards, but in fact March or May or June, but you know, in rewards in work, but also you're feeling good, you're feeling healthy, you're feeling strong, you're feeling confident. There's success here, there's victory here when it comes to your work, when it comes to health. You might be starting, and some of you might be starting a new regime, you know, health regime, trying to get healthy, trying to get fit, going to the gym, doing your yoga, whatever it is. And there is again success in that, and people, not only success but recognition of, wow, hasn't she done really well, wow, hasn't he done really well. So that's really beautiful and excellent as well. Lots of success it's looking like here. Lots of wands energy, so that's fire energy. That's about expansion. That's about authenticity. That's about growth with the fire energy, and also action, and lots of sword energy, which is all about, as I said, our thoughts and our minds and our consciousness and communication. So it looks like really you've got to listen, just as a overview whilst we're at the middle of the reading, 30 minutes in. Just at this point, we'll just say that it looks like there's a real sense of listening to yourself, listening to what's going on within, listening to your passions, listening to your creativity. Okay, look at that for a time. So this is your next card. I'm going to just let you read this. This is about, this is the 7th house next. So this is about those things. I'm just going to have a little quick drink while I... So your 7th house is about, governs these areas. So your marriage partner, so your husband or your wife. It's basically about partners that you have contracts with and agreements with. And they might be legal contracts, legal agreements as well. Okay. Again, it's a sign of Libra, so it's air energy, and it's love as well. So it's the planet of love, Venus, is also linked to the 7th house. So in fact, what I just said to you in the overview about listening to what it is you're feeling, what you're inspired to do, etc. It's a kind of similar energy with the 7th house overall, to be honest. It's about gaining that authenticity, because we have to listen, we have to release, okay? And we have to find a new equilibrium. Now, this is the energy for you. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. So we've got some earth energy here. So this is really nice. So for some of you, this might be working to heal a relationship. So working on a relationship, putting energy and time into improving the relationship with your husband or your wife. This is maybe that type of energy. This is a slow moving energy, and I call him no stone left unturned. There's no way that you're going to leave anything behind. Any little piece of healing that's necessary, any little piece of work that's necessary in order to build security, anything that's needed, that diligence, that focus, that is the energy of the Knight of Pentacles. So it's as if you are trying to build something or create something. And I feel like it's related again to your security, to feeling secure about who you are in your identity. But also in your home life, you want that security. You want security in your home life and in your relationships. And you're willing to do whatever it takes in order to get that security this year. And actually, again, it's not just about, I'll just to have an easy life, and to make, just so that I can stay married, I'll do whatever. No, it's not about that. It's truthful, it's authentic, and it's built to last with the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is about, there's nothing remains hidden. Nothing's hidden with the Knight of Pentacles. We work on understanding the issues and the reasons why we're stuck in these in these places where we're thinking or feeling certain ways. Okay, so this is about really, in your marriage, it might be hard if you're or in your business, if it's business partners, or if you're starting your own business, or I always say that, but you know what I mean, if it's when it comes to work, because remember, work is, you've done well with work, to be honest. When it comes to work, it might be again, that's something that you need to work on. You need to put that extra effort in. But you're actually building this security with the energy of the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so we've got next, oh God, we've got one of these next that wants to come out. I think it's this one. We've got next this one. So this is your 8th house. Oh my God, do you know how hard it is to spell 8th? How do you spell 8th and 12th? You know, it took me 3 times. I'm an English teacher, babe. And I know how to spell the word, but blimey, when you've not written a word for a long time, you know, when you just get, it's hard for your brain to sort of, anyway, I'm digressing. Here, this is the card, and I'll put that one, yeah. Okay, sorry, I got distracted then. So your 8th house. Now, this is your 8th. Look at what you, this is the 8th house card. Look at what the 8th house is about. Yes, you got it. I had a feeling that was going to come up, actually. The 8th house is the house of, it could be attitudes towards death, life and death, but, you know, it's about, basically about transformations, death, transformations, wills, or the possessions of others, legacy, what we leave behind, okay? Related to the sign of Scorpio, obviously, because that Scorpio's card is the death card. Planet of Mars, element of water. So you can see the difference there. We've got the planet of Mars, excuse me, which is sun, which is fire, which is action. And we've got the element of water, which is beneath the surface. So this is, think about the sun, you know, the Mars element, the active element, the external actions, the things that are going on the outside, and the water and the emotions going on within. That's basically a karmic cycle. This is the end of a karmic cycle. This is transforming from a karmic cycle. So we're in the 8th month of the year now. We're in August. So that means, that tells me that these karmic situations that we've been in with our thoughts, when it comes to our identity, so thinking of ourselves in a certain way, when we, you know, being stuck thinking of ourselves in a certain way, and also this idea of feeling stuck emotionally when it comes to our home and property, on our family lives. This is the month that we get to release. This is the month where we get to get rid of those, where we overcome this karma, where we overcome these karmic cycles in this month. So this is the 8th month that we overcome that. That's August. So it's showing that in August, you actually are, you definitely transforming. I mean, it's 8th house, the house of karma. The 8 is the number of karma, because the top of the 8, the top of the number 8 is the sun. As I said, the sun is Mars, and the bottom of the number 8 is the moon and water. And that's why we transform, because karmic cycles are trying to help us to transform. The external actions that happen help us to understand what's within and what we're feeling within and what we need to release, okay? That's what karma is. And so it looks like finally these two things that have been plaguing you, this cyclical way of thinking about yourself, because remember, this is first house, so you've been stuck thinking of yourself in a certain way and feeling a certain way when it comes to your home and family life. And it may be that these things are linked, your ideas of identity and your, you know, about who you are, etc., are linked to your childhood, or linked to your upbringing. You realize it and you release it, and it happens for you. You know, we transform. You transform this year. Oh, sorry, this is what's connected, isn't it? I'm sorry. So we've got connected to the death card, or clarifying the death card. Yes, you are transforming this year, Cancer. You are transforming this year. You are finally realizing, first of all, sword energy, realizing, and the universe is helping you to realize it, maybe through the form of tarot readings or whatever, but you are realizing this year, Cancer, that, oh my gosh, I have been telling myself that I'm weak, that I'm no good, that this is all I deserve. I've been believing that. I've been listening to that. I've been feeling so bad about myself. And why? Because something that happened with my mum and my dad, or when I was growing up. You realise it. You realise it. You see it. You see it. And maybe for the first time in your life, you see it. And you can transform from it. You can release from that. You can release it. You can release it. So I'm happy. I'm so happy, actually, for you, because, as I said, that December reading was hard. Oh, it was heavy, man. It was heavy. Excellent. Okay, good. So 9th house. This is your 9th house. This is the month of September as well. So the 9th house is all about religion and philosophy. It's all about higher learning. And higher learning could be sort of that spiritual spiritual learning, you know, karmic learning. So we've talked about, you know, releasing with the death card. It might be that some of you are starting to think differently about, you know, life and experiences, etc. So we've got higher learning, foreign countries and overseas travel, dreams, spirituality and synchronicities with the 9th house, and also our in-laws. And I think it's our in-laws, you know, our relatives by marriage. I think that that's in there because of this. It's because of these ideas of religion and philosophy. We're tied in to certain ideas because of religion and philosophy. We're tied to people and we're tied to certain ideas. And so this higher learning, it's quite an interesting house, is the 9th house. It's governed by the sign of Sagittarius. I told you how spiritual the sign of Sagittarius is. And I don't even know if Sagittarians know how spiritual they are, but they are very, very spiritual. It's a very spiritual sign, Sagittarius. And also the planet of Jupiter. Okay, so sorry. So let's look at the card then, my darling. So look, this is what you've got here. You've got the 9 of Swords. So we've got this worry. You're stressing. You're worrying. You're anxious. You're worried about stuff. Now, I've actually, you know this card. They call it the Dark Night of the Soul. Number 9s are related to the Hermit energy. So it's about what is within. It's about actively seeking answers. Is the Hermit actively seeking answers, actively seeking understanding? And so I appreciate now, I didn't used to, but I do appreciate the 9 of Swords now, because this is really when we start to hear really clearly all the things that we have been telling ourselves for so long. Now, when we're stuck in cycles like this with the 8 of Swords, we don't really hear the thoughts. We can't hear what we've been telling ourselves. It just permeates our being. We just become what we tell ourselves we are. And so we stop questioning it. We just think that that's who we are. So for example, before I started meditating, I was always afraid. I had anxiety and PTSD. And I didn't know that I had PTSD or anxiety. And I'd had it for 10 years. So I thought I was crazy, me. I really honestly thought I was crazy. Like, I thought there's something wrong with me, because why do I feel the way that I feel? You know, PTSD is not a joke, PTSD. Neither is anxiety, to be fair. When my brain started to slow down, that's when I had the 9 of Swords moment. And I was actually really happy to finally hear it. I was on the bus, I couldn't drive then. I was on the way to the doctor's, and I saw a little bench outside someone's small, neat little house, and they had a little bench outside it, and then it was the road. And in the space of about 2 seconds, I'd gone through a whole scenario in my mind, in my PTSD anxiety mind. And this scenario in my mind was, if I was sitting on that bench, what a nice bench to sit on. If I was sitting on that bench and I lived in that house, I'd sit on that bench, and then I'd be sitting there, and then someone would come up and they might attack me, they might say something. But all in this went in the space of about 2 seconds. All these thoughts flooded my mind. But I was happy that day. I got to the doctors and I said, oh my gosh, I've just realised that this is what I do. That I tell myself these things, that's part of what PTSD and anxiety is like. You have these things called automatic thoughts. This is like that, 8 of Swords, automatic thoughts, cyclical thoughts. We're blind to them. We can't see them. We don't know that we're feeling them. We don't know that we're thinking that way. Well, this is why the 9 of Swords is good, because, yeah, it's okay. It's confronting. There's lots of information we get. But at least we learn really what's going on in our head, really what we've not been telling us, really what we've not allowed ourselves to think before. So this is a really positive energy with the number 9. And remember, this is linked to the 9th house. So it's linked to your dreams. It's linked to your spirituality. So some of you could be concerned, anxious about when we go through transformations like this, death, we do transform on the inside and on the outside. We transform our karma. So it might be that you're starting to notice and pick up on things. You know, you might be becoming more intuitive. I've got a theory about intuition. I'm going to do a video about it, actually. So check out the video in my Key Wisdom before the end of 2018. If you're watching this in 2019, you can watch it now. But yeah, so yeah, it could be to do with that, trying to understand who you are now after these transformations. Once you leave these energies behind, well, who am I then? What do I think about myself? Why did I feel that way, etc.? So it could be those type of realizations. That's the month of that's the 9th month of the year, so that is September. Okay, so potentially September is a time of anxiety. However, it's worry without merit, and remember, it is positive to at least be aware. Awareness is healing. Awareness is positivity. That's what we need, okay? No matter how difficult it feels initially to experience it. Okay, we've still got 2 clarifying cards here. These are your thingy. Right, okay, so the 10th house is about career and occupation. Oh, in fact, I'll just show you. Wow, look at that. Yes, baby, yes. It's Capricorn. Look. I'm a Capricorn, by the way. Did you know? So this is Capricorn, Saturn and Earth. And it's about your moral standing, your career, occupation, status, reputation. I know you can read. Employer, your employer or superior, your boss. Okay, 10th house energy, yes. So you're bossing it. You're bossing it. Sorry, I'm not kidding. This is a long reading, isn't it? Blimey. My private readings are like this. They go on and on because I just love to talk, but it's nice. I knew these would be long because it's a year. Anyway, so literally, oh my gosh, Cancer. See what I'm talking about when I say about success for you this year? You know, and I really feel like the reason you're getting success this year, the reason you're feeling, you know, you might actually be promoted. You might, as I said, become your own boss. This is a kind of respecting as well. People respect your energy and input when it comes to work. People respect what you do, how you do it. They look up to you. They know that you can. Yeah, they know that you're capable. That's that energy. Do not fear it. Do not fear it, okay? This is the energy that you can expect in the 10th month, which is October, but also just in general this year in your career. This is about you having a raised status. This is about people, as I said, looking up to you, respecting you. This is the boss card as well. Oh, sorry, it's this one. Sorry. Yes, the world. So for some of you, it could be that you are, oh, my legs have gone dead. Oh. It could be. Do you like me? I've got my Harry Potter things on. Oh, you can't see me, can you? Got me these are my socks. I'm losing plot. I've got Harry Potter trousers on. Griffin. I can't bloody read it. Anyway. Oh, my leg's gone dead. The world card. So some of you could be in a brand new world when it comes to your employment and your career this year. It could be that your status it wildly increases. You know, it could be that you get a very good promotion. Some of you, your job starts to involve travel, but really this is like being in a new work situation. So for some of you, if you've always been employed, then this might be, as I said, you being self-employed. You know, you becoming self-employed, wanting to start your own business. I feel that for some of you actually this year. Some of you might be working abroad, working in different parts of the world this year. Some of you might be doing a lot more traveling this year when it comes to work and career. But these cards literally relate directly to your 10th house, which is directly to career and status. And this is the dude that manifests. The King of Pentacles is the person that puts the energy into manifesting things, creating things. So in work, you know, this is what you're creating. You're creating success. You're creating recognition. People looking at you. You're creating you're in a new place when it comes to work and career. It might be in a brand new job, but there's definitely security there with that. Excellent energies. Okay, I'm going to just hide these two because I don't need them now. Now we've got past death. We know that we've transformed. We know you transformed this year, so that's good. Okay, so now we're on. This is one of your clarifiers. Don't forget. Now you are on 11th house. So this is your 11th house energy here. Wow. Oh my gosh, so nice. Okay, so this is friends or people that you trust, hopes and wishes, organizations and associations with others, related to Aquarius, Saturn and Uranus, and it's the element of earth. So it's about again, this idea of thinking clearly, thinking things through clearly. So when it comes to friends, blimey, did you hear that? Whew. What was that? Sorry about that. God. So, Ace of Pentacles. When it comes to friends or people you trust, there might be new people coming in. When it comes to organisations, there might be new... that just distracted me then. I'll put it there. When it comes to friends... organisations or people that you might be working with, there might be it looks like there's new opportunities coming in. So new opportunities in work, in people that are working with you, in people that you can trust, but also in friendships and also potentially in relationships as well for some of you. It's like maybe there's new things that you want. You've got more ambition. You've got new things that you want to reach out for and go for. And this is really the card of opportunity. This is saying that the 11th month, so in November, there's opportunities, but in the area of friends, organisations, people that you can trust, there seems to be more of those people around you. And remember, this is Pentacle energy, so this is what is manifested, or things that we manifest. So this is actually, you'll be able to see these people, you'll be able to, interact with these people. There's going to be new offers, new things coming in. This is linked to this, actually, not this. Okay, let's look at your last card. Your last card for the year of 2019. This is December. And basically what I just said, people wanting to work with you. So we'll just look at the 12th house. So the 12th house there's a lot in the 12th house, isn't there? Can you see all that? Subconscious mind, hidden or suppressed feelings and emotions, feeling confined, things that are hidden, secret enemies, hidden problems, ruled by Pisces, Neptune, Jupiter, and the element of water, fantasy, imagination, mysticism, deception, confusion. That was a lot of information, but you can always pause the video and read it. And look, 12. I mean, it's got an extra F in it. I didn't know why. It was annoyed me. I don't like making mistakes on my little handwritten notes. Those of you who follow me on Instagram, you see these all the time. But I do use them. This is how I live my life. Okay, so 12th house energy. So your subconscious, your hidden, suppressed feelings, emotions. Now, remember what I said to you about the number 3. This is your third number 3. Number 3 is related to the Ascended Masters, the collective consciousness. Someone said to me the other day, I just released the I think it's the 19th of December today. I just released the bi-weekly general readings up until the end of the month, and one of my regular viewers commented on the video, and she said, we've got to just leave it up to the universe. We've got to trust that the universe has got our back. Don't try to fight it. Just and I said to her, I said all I said was 3 of Pentacles. I said the first pentacle is the universe that we talk about, universe, serendipity, things happening, blah, blah, blah. The second pentacle is other people, how other people respond to that, or other people, or the other party involved, your partner or whatever. And I said third pentacle. I said, what do you think that third pentacle is? I've not read if she's responded yet. But the third pentacle is you. It's the energy. It's the energy that you can put in. It's you exercising your personal power in order that you can bring about the things that you want, the changes or the differences or whatever. So it's looking like at the end of the year, we've got quite a lot of pentacles, actually, haven't we? We've got quite a lot of pentacles right at the end of the year here. And it's looking like for you, the universe is trying to talk to you, and the universe is trying to communicate with you. Remember, we've got 3s again, this number of enlightenment and universal energy. The universe is trying to communicate with you in order that you sort of can uncover what is suppressed, can uncover what is hidden, can listen to the people that you can trust when it comes to work, and when it comes to accepting these new response excuse me, these new opportunities, okay? So this is what's going to come out good. Oh, so glad. So we've got the Queen of Wands clarifying at the end here. So, and I was going to say to you, you need to be confident. You need to be confident. And this is an energy of feeling. Remember, it is feminine. So it's within, it's understanding. Understanding that you've got every right to be confident. And actually, the Queen of Wands is actually linked also to obviously our imagination and mysticism. The Queen of Wands is also linked to our dreams and and these sort of synchronicities and, you know, our inner guidance system, our inner knowing, our inner wisdom. And really, I really feel like, you know, you've got to trust yourself to know who you can trust, because it seems like there is a lot of security and success for you this year, coming for you this year, Cancer. This is really a very abundant reading, lots of opportunities, and not just out there in the world, not just, you know, jobs and money and houses and nice things. That's all there, that's all here, but also what's here is security, and that's based on you knowing you being honest with you being truthful with you. There's real opportunity for spiritual growth, for understanding who you are in your soul. There's real understanding for that, understanding your experiences, emotional experiences, past experiences, and how they've affected and impacted you. There's real energy of that the ability to be able to do that for you this year, okay? So I really feel like for you, what an amazing reading. I mean, if you think about the cards that we've actually got, we started with these energies here, your identity. So this is you fearing, this is you being afraid of finding your security, of being in a situation. This is you maybe wanting to leave a situation, but it's being stuck in a way of thinking when it comes to your identity. And I really do feel like for a lot of you, for some of you, that is linked to your past, your childhood, you know, where you come from, your roots, this fourth house energy. But overall, as a year, wow, it's successful and victorious, and there's lots of healing going on. There's lots of transformations occurring for you, and it's a very healthy year. A very healthy year for you. So I hope, my darling Cancers, that you like this reading. I've loved doing it for you. You're the first ones that have got the reading. They'll all go out on the same day, but you're the first. You're the guinea pigs, if you will, Cancer. So we've done this first for you. Okay, my darlings, I hope you've enjoyed it. You can watch your if you like this video, actually. And if you are coming to this video later on in 2019, give me a little comment just so I know you watched it, and let me know you know, how it's going for you. It might be nice to speak to you in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, or was that August? Not August. Yeah, it might be interesting to speak to you in August, actually, and see see how that goes. Anyway, like the video if you do, my darlings. If you have not already, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell for notifications of all new uploads. You can also share this. Actually, it's a really good idea to share the yearly readings on your social media with people who you think that might be relevant to. If your friend is a Cancer, for example, and you think he or she needs to hear this reading, share it with them. Get them sent it on WhatsApp. You can also obviously leave me your comments below, and also watch your bi-weekly general readings for December or whatever month you're in. I've always got new content out there, and do not forget to check out the playlists, the Key Wisdom playlists. Excuse me, as well, because I add lots of content in there for us to think about ideas, things that we need to be thinking about, things that are inspired to talk about when it comes to my meditations. My darlings, Cancer, I hope that you have had an enjoyable 2018, even though I know that some of you have not. I really hope for you that in 2019 you are able to do this, you know, be truthful with yourself. And it seems like you are being truthful with yourself, honest with yourself, and actually moving the directions that you want to go in. Success is abound. And look at that, what's on the bottom there, justice as well, okay? So success is for you this year, in the year of 2019, Cancer. Thank you so much for supporting Key Wisdom Tarot this year, in the year of 2018. I've loved it. My channel has only been live since the end of April, and I only posted my first video on the 7th of May 2018, and you know, we've done very well this year. Thank you so much for your support, Cancer. I've really appreciated it. Have a wonderful 2019, and I'll see you all soon on the channel. Take care, my darlings. Bye.